I laughed at my greedy husband's face when he wanted to void the prenup he asked for. 6 years ago, Alex insisted on a prenup. Separate finances forever. No joint accounts except for household expenses. No exceptions. I was a broke paralegal making $35K. He was pulling $120K in sales. He literally printed out the prenup himself and highlighted the section that said all individual earnings remain separate property. I need to protect my assets, he said while I signed. You understand, right? It's just smart. I understood. I was drowning in law school debt and he was buying a BMW. The power dynamic was crystal clear. Flash forward to last month. I've been a patent attorney for 3 years now, specializing in tech litigation. Alex has no idea what I make because he never asks, ever. He just assumes I'm doing fine and paying my half of the mortgage and utilities, which I am, but he doesn't know that my half comes from about 2% of one paycheck. Last year, I paid off all my student loans, $180K gone. He didn't notice. I maxed out my $401K. He didn't notice. I bought a $40K Rolex. He thought it was fake. So last month, I decided to stop being invisible. I bought myself a Tesla Model S. Paid cash, $95K. Alex came home from work, saw it in the driveway, and his face went completely white. Whose car is that? Mine. What do you mean yours? Did your parents buy it? No, Alex, I bought it. He walked around it like it was going to disappear. You're leasing it, right? What's the monthly payment? No monthly. Paid in full. The silence was deafening. Then he asked the question he should have asked years ago. How much do you make? $340K base salary. About $480K with bonuses and stock options. His jaw actually dropped like a cartoon character. He just stood there in our driveway, staring at me like I'd told him I was actually an alien. You make what? You heard me. Since when? Since you stopped paying attention. He walked inside without another word. Didn't speak to me during dinner. Didn't speak to me while we watched TV. Just sat there doing math in his head. 2 hours later, he comes back with his laptop and a weird smile. So I've been thinking about us, about our future. I think we should dissolve the prenup, merge our accounts, combine everything. We're married. We should share everything equally. I couldn't help it. I laughed. Hard. The kind of laugh that makes your stomach hurt. Share everything? You mean share my money? Where was this energy 6 years ago when you were making triple what I made? That was different. How? I was established. You were still figuring things out. And now I'm more established than you. And suddenly, the prenup is unfair. His face got red. Don't be a bitch about this. I supported your career. You supported nothing. You don't even know what firm I work for. That's not fair. It's Morrison and Fletcher. I made partner last year. You didn't notice. You didn't ask. You didn't even congratulate me when I came home with champagne. You never told me it was for partner. I literally said, I have big news from work. And you said, that's nice, and went back to your video game. He switched tactics, went soft. Okay, I messed up, but we can fix this. We're a team. Marriage is about sharing. We had 6 years to be a team. You wanted separate. You insisted on separate. You protected your assets. Now I'm protecting mine. That's when he lost it. Called me selfish, greedy, said I was acting like his money wasn't good enough anymore, said I changed. You're damn right I changed. I got successful. That's what you can't handle. He stormed out, didn't come home that night. The next day, his mother called. Actually, she didn't call. She attacked. How dare you deny my son what's rightfully his? Rightfully his? We have a prenup that he wrote. He supported you through school. He didn't pay a single tuition bill. We split rent. That's it. You're being a gold digger. I had to pull the phone away from my ear. A gold digger for keeping my own money under his prenup, the one he demanded. She hung up on me. 2 days later, I got an email from my bank. Large withdrawal pending approval. $50K from my personal savings. I didn't authorize anything. I called immediately. They said my husband submitted a spousal access form with both our signatures. I never signed anything. The date on the form was from last week, when I was in Seattle for a deposition. My signature looked perfect. I pulled up the document they sent. That's when I saw the second withdrawal request. This one for $200K, waiting in the pending queue. I'm sitting in my office, staring at my computer screen, and my hands are literally shaking. Like, I deal with million-dollar patent cases and depositions with hostile witnesses all the time, but this is my husband trying to steal from me. I take a deep breath and call the bank back. This time I ask for a supervisor. I need to speak with someone about fraud prevention, I say, keeping my voice steady even though I want to scream. They transfer me to their fraud department, and I explain everything. I tell them about the prenup, about being in Seattle, about never signing any spousal access forms. Can you provide proof of your location on the date the form was allegedly signed? The woman asks. Yes, absolutely. I have flight records, hotel receipts, expense reports from my firm. I was doing a deposition for a client. There are literally 20 people who can confirm I was in Seattle that entire week. Perfect. Email those to us right away. We're freezing both withdrawal requests immediately and flagging your husband's account for fraud investigation. I hesitate. Actually, I don't want to press charges or anything. Can you just protect my money and let me handle this privately? There's a pause. Ma'am, forgery is a serious crime. Are you sure you don't want law enforcement involved? I'm sure. I just want my accounts secured. Can you do that? We can freeze the requests and add additional security measures to your accounts. You'll need to come in person for any large transactions from now on, and we'll require 2 forms of ID plus a verbal confirmation. That's perfect. Thank you. I hang up and immediately start gathering my documentation. Flight confirmations from Alaska Airlines, receipt from the Fairmont Olympic Hotel, expense report I submitted to Morrison and Fletcher, even the Uber receipts from getting to and from the courthouse. I send everything to the bank, then sit back in my chair. My mind is racing. Alex forged my signature. My husband literally committed fraud to try to steal $250,000 from me, and the signature looked perfect, which means he practiced. How many times did he practice forging my signature before he felt confident enough to submit those forms? I feel sick, but then I get angry. Because you know what? I'm done being the person who just takes it. I'm done being invisible. I'm a partner at one of the best IP firms in the country. I didn't claw my way out of poverty and mountains of debt to let some mediocre sales guy rob me. I need to know what else he's been doing. That night, I wait until Alex is asleep. He came home around midnight, didn't say a word to me, just went straight to bed. I give it an hour to make sure he's really out. Then I sneak into the office. We have a shared desktop computer that we use for household stuff like paying bills, storing photos, that kind of thing. Alex uses it way more than I do because he's always on it playing games or watching YouTube videos. I boot it up as quietly as possible and install monitoring software that one of my colleagues recommended when she was going through her divorce. It's designed to run in the background and record everything: browsing history, keystrokes, emails, everything. The installation takes maybe 15 minutes. The whole time my heart is pounding because I keep thinking I hear Alex moving around upstairs, but he never comes down. Once it's installed, I start digging through the browser history. And honestly, I wish I hadn't. Alex has been researching how to access spouse's bank account and legal ways to get wife's money and challenging prenup in court. There are at least 30 different Google searches, all from the past 2 months. But then I find the emails. He's been emailing back and forth with some lawyer named Douglas Finch. The first email is from 6 weeks ago. Mr. Finch, I need to know my options for challenging a prenuptial agreement. My wife is now making significantly more than when we married, and I believe I'm entitled to a portion of her assets. The prenup was signed under duress as she was desperate to marry me. Please advise on the best strategy to void this agreement. I literally have to cover my mouth to keep from laughing out loud. Desperate to marry him? I was 24 and he begged me for 2 years before I even said yes. The lawyer's response is basically a long-winded way of saying prenups are hard to challenge unless there was actual coercion or hidden assets. He quotes a fee of $15,000 just to get started. Alex's next email is gold. What if I can prove she's been hiding money from me? She recently bought an expensive car that I didn't know she could afford. The lawyer responds, buying property with separate funds as defined in your prenuptial agreement is not hiding money. That's literally the point of separate property clauses. I keep reading. Alex sends another email. My mother believes we have grounds to argue emotional manipulation. She thinks my wife deliberately kept her income secret to make me feel inferior. Oh my God. His mother is coaching him. But here's where it gets really interesting. There are draft emails that Alex never sent. One is to his boss, asking for a salary advance of $50,000 to cover legal fees in a personal matter. Another is to his mother, asking her to loan him $75,000. And then I find the chat logs. Alex has been talking to his mother every single day. Every single day. The messages are insane. His mom, did you try the bank thing? Alex, submitted the forms, should process in a few days. His mom, good boy, she owes you this money. You supported her for years. Alex, I know. I can't believe she's being so greedy. His mom, once you get the money out, we can move it somewhere she can't touch it. I screenshot everything. Every search, every email, every chat message. I create a folder on my phone and in my secure cloud storage with all the evidence. Then I set a trap. The next morning, I make coffee and act completely normal. Alex comes downstairs, still being cold and distant, barely grunting a good morning. Hey, I say casually, stirring my coffee. I forgot to mention, I'm getting a signing bonus next month, $200K. Morrison and Fletcher is trying to lock me in for another 5 years. His head snaps up so fast I'm surprised he doesn't get whiplash. A signing bonus? Yeah, it's pretty standard for partners at my level. Should hit my account around the 15th. I can literally see the wheels turning in his head. His whole demeanor changes in an instant. He stands up, comes over, puts his hands on my shoulders. Hey, listen, I'm sorry about the other night. I was being an idiot. You're right. We both worked hard for what we have. It's okay, I say, even though I want to throw my coffee in his face. No, it's not okay. I should be proud of you, not jealous. You're amazing. He kisses my forehead. Maybe we should go to couples therapy or something. Really work on our communication. You think that would help? Absolutely. I want us to be stronger. I want to support you the way you deserve. I smile and agree, all while my phone in my pocket is recording every word. Over the next few days, Alex is suddenly the perfect husband. He brings me coffee in bed, asks about my cases, even suggests we take a weekend trip to wine country. It's honestly pathetic how transparent he is, but I play along because I need more information. And I get it. I hire a forensic accountant. Her name is Janet, and she's the best in the business. I've used her on cases before, and she's never let me down. I I give her access to Alex's financial records, everything I can legally obtain, and tell her to dig deep. She calls me 3 days later. You need to sit down for this, Janet says. I'm in my car in the firm's parking garage. I'm sitting. What did you find? Your husband has a gambling problem. A serious one. My stomach drops. How serious? He's $340,000 in debt, mostly to online casinos and sports betting sites, but also some to what looks like a private bookmaker. His salary has been garnished for the past 8 months. He's only taking home about $2,400 a month after the garnishment. What? I can barely process this. He makes $120,000 a year. Where is all the money going? Garnishment is taking about $3,500 a month. But here's the thing. He's supposed to be paying $4,200 toward the household expenses based on the account activity I'm seeing, which means he's been using the household account to cover his personal bills. I feel nauseous. I've been paying for everything. Essentially, yes, your contributions to the household account have been covering his share plus extra. You've been subsidizing his entire life while he gambles away his income and goes deeper into debt. I sit there in my car, gripping the steering wheel. What else? There's more. About 6 months ago, there were 3 checks written from an account in the name of Patricia Vance. That's his mother, right? Yes. Total of $15,000 across 3 checks, all made out to online payment services that Alex then transferred to his gambling accounts. I cross-referenced the dates with her bank statements, which I can only see because they're referenced in some financial documents Alex kept, and she reported those checks as stolen. He stole from his mother and let her think it was identity theft or a scam. She filed a police report and everything. There's a case number and documentation that the checks were fraudulent, but of course they never caught the thief because it was her son. I'm going to be sick. Janet, I need all of this documented. Every transaction, every debt, every stolen check. I need a full report that would hold up in court. Already working on it, I'll have it to you by tomorrow. I hang up and just sit there. My husband is $340,000 in debt. He stole from his mother. He's been letting me pay for our entire life while he gambles. And now he's trying to steal from me to cover it all up. I know exactly what I need to do. That evening, I drive to Patricia's house. She lives about 30 minutes away in this nice suburban neighborhood. Her house is immaculate, the lawn perfectly manicured, flowers in the beds. I ring the doorbell and she answers with a scowl already on her face. What do you want? We need to talk about Alex. I'm not interested in anything you have to say. I pull out the folder I brought. Not even about the $15,000 he stole from you 6 months ago. Her face goes pale. What are you talking about? The 3 checks that were forged on your account. You filed a police report. Remember? That was identity theft. The police investigated. It was Alex. I hand her the forensic report. He forged those checks and deposited them into online payment accounts that he then used for gambling. I have bank statements showing the entire paper trail. She takes the folder with shaking hands and starts reading. I watch her face go through about 15 different emotions in 30 seconds. No, Alex wouldn't. He did. And he's done worse to me. I pull out the second folder with the forged bank documents. He tried to steal $250,000 from my accounts using forged signatures. Here's the signature he submitted to my bank, and here's proof I was in Seattle during the time he claimed I signed this form. Patricia sinks down onto her porch steps, still clutching the documents. I don't understand. Why would he? He has a $340,000 gambling debt. His salary is being garnished. He's been using our household money that I contribute to cover his personal expenses while he gambles away everything else. She looks up at me, and for the first time since I've known this woman, she looks human, scared, hurt. I defended him to you, she says quietly. I called you a gold digger. I know. I told him he should fight for what's his, that you were being greedy. I know that too. Her eyes narrow. How do you know what I said to him? Probably shouldn't tell her I've been monitoring their conversations. So I pivot. I'm here because you have a choice. You can keep defending him and watch him destroy both our lives, or you can help me make sure he faces consequences for what he's done. What do you want from me? I want you to convince him to sign divorce papers and admit what he did. If he does that, I won't press charges for the forgery or the attempted theft. I won't expose the gambling debts to his employer. I'll let him walk away with whatever dignity he has left. And if he doesn't, then I release everything. Every debt, every forged document, every lie. I'll make sure everyone knows exactly what kind of man your son is. She stares at me for a long moment, then looks back down at the forensic report in her hands. I need time to think about this. You have 24 hours. After that, I'm moving forward with or without your help. I leave her sitting on her porch, surrounded by evidence of her son's crimes. The next day, I come home from work to find the locks on the house changed. I try my key. Nothing. Try again. Still nothing. I call Alex. He answers on the first ring, sounding smug. Yeah? Why are the locks changed? It's my house too. I have a right to secure my property. Alex, you can't lock me out of my own house. Our house. Community property. We have a prenup. This house is in my name. I've been paying 90% of the mortgage for the past 2 years. Prove it. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. I call a locksmith. While I'm waiting for him to arrive, I go through my files in the car and pull out every mortgage statement from the past 3 years. They're all electronic, but I screenshot everything and send it to my email just to have backup. The locksmith arrives and asks to see documentation that I own the property. I show him the deed, which is solely in my name. The mortgage statements showing I'm the primary borrower and have been making payments. My driver's license with this address. That's more than enough, he says and gets to work. 20 minutes later, the locks are changed again, this time with keys that only I have. I pay the locksmith and call a moving company. I I need someone to pack up and remove belongings from my home. Today, if possible. They send a crew within 2 hours. I give them very specific instructions about which items are Alex's. They're mostly obvious. His clothes, his game consoles, his sports equipment, and have them box everything up and place it on the front lawn. I'm not heartless, though. I put a tarp over the boxes because it's supposed to rain tonight. Alex shows up around 8 p.m. I watch from the window as he pulls into the driveway and sees his stuff. The look on his face is priceless. He starts pounding on the door. Open this door right now. I open it with the chain still on. Can I help you? What the hell do you think you're doing? Removing unauthorized occupants from my property. Here are your belongings. I'll have the rest shipped to your mother's house. You can't do this. I live here. Actually, I can. This house is my separate property under our prenup. I've been paying 90% of the mortgage with my separate funds. You have no legal claim to this residence. I hold up the mortgage documents. See? All documented. Now I suggest you collect your things before it rains. I'm calling the police. Go ahead. I'll show them the deed, the mortgage statements, and the prenup. Then I'll file for a restraining order based on your attempt to steal $250,000 from me. He stares at me, and I can see the exact moment he realizes he's lost this round. This isn't over, he says. Actually, Alex, I think it is. I close the door and lock it. The next morning, I find out exactly how not over it is. I walk into my gym, a place I've been going to for 3 years, and I can feel people staring at me, whispering. One woman I usually take yoga with actually turns and walks the other way when she sees me. I grab my friend Keisha, who works the front desk. What's going on? She looks uncomfortable. Girl, I don't know how to tell you this, but Alex was here last night telling everyone you're having an affair. He said that's why you kicked him out, because you met someone at your firm and you're leaving him for a partner there. That's insane. I'm not having an affair. I know that. I told him to get out when he started going around to everyone with his sob story, but he'd already talked to like 20 people before I realized what he was doing. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Who else did he tell? Everyone at the coffee shop next door. Probably the whole neighborhood by now. Of course he did. I go home and create a group text. Every mutual friend we have, every neighbor, everyone from the gym, the coffee shop, everyone. I add about 40 people to this text. Then I attach screenshots, the forged bank documents, the forensic accounting report showing the gambling debts, the bank statements showing I've been paying for our entire life, the emails between Alex and his mother planning to get what he deserves. I write one message. Alex has been telling people I'm having an affair to explain why I asked him to leave our home. Here's the truth. He forged my signature to try to steal $250,000 from my bank accounts. He has $340,000 in gambling debt. He's been using our household funds that I contribute to pay his personal bills while gambling away his income. He stole $15,000 from his own mother. I'm filing for divorce. These are the facts. Make of them what you will. Send. My phone immediately starts blowing up. Messages of support, messages of shock, messages asking if I'm okay. But the best message comes from Tyler, one of Alex's buddies from the gym. Holy shit. I lent him $5,000 3 months ago for a car repair. He never paid me back. Now I know why. Then Jessica. He asked to borrow $2,000 from me last week. Said it was for a surprise for you. I'm so glad I said no. Then David. He owes me $3,500 from a business opportunity that I now realize was bullshit. Turns out Alex has been scamming everyone. That afternoon, I get a call from an unknown number. Hello? Is this Mrs. Brennan? It's a man's voice. Professional. Speaking. This is Roger Kemper from Cardinal Solutions. I'm your husband's supervisor. I have you listed as his emergency contact. My stomach tightens. Is something wrong? I'm calling regarding a security clearance issue that's come up. Our company requires all sales staff who work with government contracts to maintain a certain level of financial security. It's come to our attention that your husband has significant undisclosed debts that create a security risk. I see. I need to verify some information. Are you aware of any gambling-related debt or financial fraud that your husband may be involved in? I pause. I could lie, protect him, but why would I? Yes, I am. He has approximately $340,000 in gambling debt that he's been hiding. He also recently forged my signature to attempt to steal from my bank accounts. I have documentation if you need it. There's a long silence. I appreciate your honesty. That's all I needed to confirm. Thank you for your time. He hangs up. I sit there holding my phone, knowing I just cost Alex his job. And honestly, I don't feel bad about it at all. 2 days later, Alex shows up at the house. He's a mess, hasn't shaved, wearing the same clothes I saw him in yesterday. Can we talk? He asks through the door. No, please. I lost my job. I have nowhere to go. That's not my problem. I'm still your husband. Not for long. You'll be served with divorce papers tomorrow. You can't do this to me. His voice cracks. I need help. You need $100,000. I say. That's what you're going to ask for, right? To start over? Silence. I nailed it. I'm not giving you a cent, Alex. You made your choices. Then I'll destroy your car. I'll key it. Slash the tires. Go ahead. I have cameras now. I hold up my phone, showing him the app that's live streaming from the 4 cameras I had installed 2 days ago. Everything you do is being recorded and automatically uploaded to cloud storage. And if you damage my property, I'll press charges for everything. The forgery, the attempted theft, all of it. I watch his face on the camera feed. He looks at the cameras, then at my car, then back at the door. And then he does something I don't expect. He completely breaks down. I'm talking full-on ugly crying, sinking to the ground, the whole thing. It's honestly pathetic. Part of me wants to open the door, but I don't. I just watch through the camera as he falls apart on my doorstep. After about 5 minutes, he looks up at the camera. "It was my mom's idea," he says. I open the door but keep the chain on. "What was?" "All of it. The marriage, the prenup, the plan." He's still crying, wiping his face with his sleeve. "She convinced me to marry you 6 years ago because you were controllable." That's what she said. "You were smart enough to make something of yourself but insecure enough to be grateful for any attention." I feel like I've been punched in the stomach. She said we'd wait until you paid off your loans and established your career, then divorce you and take half of everything you earned. The prenup was supposed to make you feel safe, make you work harder, make you not question things. "But the prenup protects my assets," I say, even though I know where this is going. She had a lawyer ready to challenge it. She said by the time we divorced, you'd be making enough that even with a prenup, I'd be entitled to alimony and a portion of assets. She had it all planned out. "The forgery was her idea too?" He nods. "She said if I could get the money out before you filed for divorce, you couldn't touch it. She was going to help me hide it offshore." I can't even speak. I just stare at him through the crack in the door. "I know you're recording this," he says, looking at the camera. "I don't even care anymore. I'm done lying. I'm done with all of it." "Why did you do it?" I ask quietly. "Why gamble away everything?" "Because I hated you." He says it so simply, like it's obvious. "I hated that you were smarter than me. I hated that you were successful. I hated that my mom's plan was actually working and you were becoming everything she said you would. Every time you accomplished something, I'd go online and bet bigger and bigger amounts because I wanted to feel like I had control over something. You could have just left and give up the payout. My mom would have killed me." He laughs bitterly. "Turns out she might kill me anyway when she finds out I told you all this." "Why are you telling me?" "Because I have nothing left to lose. My job is gone. My friends know what I did. My mom is going to disown me when she finds out I failed. And honestly," he looks up at me, "I'm just tired. I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of being her puppet." I close the door and pull out my phone. I call his mother. She answers immediately. "Did he sign the papers?" "No, but he's here. I'm putting you on speaker." I open the door again. "Alex, say hi to your mom." His face goes white. "What are you?" "Tell her what you just told me. All of it. I can't do it or I press charges for everything. The forgery, the theft, the fraud. You'll go to jail." He looks between me and the phone, then starts talking. He tells her everything he just told me about the 6-year plan, about the prenup being a setup, about her coaching him on the forgery. There's silence on the other end. Then Patricia's voice cold and sharp. "You're a failure. You couldn't even execute a simple plan without destroying everything. I should have known better than to trust you with anything important." "Mom, don't call me that. You're not my son anymore. My sons don't fail. My sons don't break. You're weak. Just like your father." Alex is crying again. "Please, I need help. I need a place to stay. You need to grow up. I put 6 years of work into this plan. 6 years of coaching you, helping you, feeding you information about her, and you threw it all away because you couldn't control your gambling. But you said, I said a lot of things, but I never said I'd bail you out when you fucked it all up." She hangs up. Alex is staring at the phone like it might bite him. "I'm recording everything, of course. Every word. You have a choice," I tell him. "You can sign the divorce papers tomorrow, admit to your friends what you did, and I won't press charges. You can walk away with your freedom. And if I don't, then I release this recording. I release everything. Your mother admitting she planned this from the start. You admitting the marriage was a con. The gambling debts. The theft from her account. I'll make sure everyone knows what both of you are." He doesn't even hesitate. "I'll sign." The next morning, my lawyer brings the divorce papers to a coffee shop downtown. Alex shows up looking like he hasn't slept. He signs every page without even reading them. "One more thing," I say. "You need to post about this. Social media. Tell everyone the truth. Are you serious?" "Dead serious. You tell the truth, or I release the recording of your mom." He pulls out his phone and starts typing. His hands are shaking. He shows me the post before he publishes it. "I need to come clean about something. I've been telling people my wife had an affair and that's why we're divorcing. That was a lie. The truth is, I forged her signature to try to steal $250,000 from her. I have $340,000 in gambling debt that I've been hiding. I've been using her money to support myself while gambling away my income. I stole from my mother. I've borrowed money from friends with no intention of paying it back. My wife is divorcing me because of my actions, not because of anything she did. She deserves better than what I've been. I'm sorry to everyone I lied to." "Post it," I say. He hits publish. Within an hour, the post has 200 comments. Most of them are from people saying they knew he was lying, or sharing their own stories of money he borrowed and never returned. His mother's friends start commenting, saying they can't believe Patricia raised such a dishonest man. Then I check Patricia's Facebook and see her family turning on her. Her sister posted, "I always knew you were manipulative, but planning to con your son's wife for 6 years? That's a new low even for you." Her brother, "Dad would be ashamed of you. We all are." Her own mother, "You're no daughter of mine." The comments keep coming. Apparently the recording I made got out somehow. Okay, I may have sent it to a few of Patricia's relatives, and now her entire family knows what she tried to do. Her siblings are already discussing cutting her out of their father's will. He's 89 and not in great health, and apparently there's a significant inheritance at stake. Patricia was supposed to be executor. Not anymore. I spend the next few days finalizing everything. The divorce is uncontested, so it moves fast. Alex signed away any claim to the house. my retirement accounts, my savings, everything. He took his personal belongings and his car, which is getting repossessed next week because he's 3 months behind on payments, and that's it. My lawyer tells me it's the most one-sided divorce settlement she's ever processed. He didn't even try to negotiate, she says. He knows he has no leverage. Still, most people fight for something just out of principle. He's got nothing left to fight with. The divorce is finalized on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm officially single again. And you know what? I've never felt more free. But I'm not done yet. I compile everything into one final package. The recordings, the forensic reports, the forged documents, the emails between Alex and his mother, screenshots of all their planning, every piece of evidence I've collected over the past few weeks. I email it to Alex's entire family, his aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone I can find on social media. I send it to all of our former mutual friends. I send it to people from the gym, the neighborhood. The subject line is simple: the truth about Alex and Patricia Brennan. Then I post a carefully worded statement on my own social media. Some of you have heard various stories about my recent divorce. I want to set the record straight once and for all. 6 years ago, I married someone I thought loved me. I discovered recently that my marriage was planned as a long con by my ex-husband and his mother. They viewed me as an investment. The plan was to wait until I paid off my student loans and became successful, then divorce me and take half of my earnings. When I discovered my ex-husband had forged my signature to try to steal $250,000 from my accounts, I filed for divorce. I'm sharing this not for sympathy, but because I believe people should know who they're dealing with. I've spent the last 6 years working hard, being a good partner, and trusting the wrong people. I'm done being quiet about it. I hit post and watch what happens. The response is immediate and overwhelming. The post gets shared hundreds of times. People I haven't talked to in years reach out to say they experienced similar things with Alex or Patricia. Women come forward saying Patricia tried to set them up with Alex before he met me, telling them he was looking for a stable career woman who could appreciate his potential. It was always a con. I was just the one stupid enough to fall for it, but I'm not stupid anymore. Within a week, Alex's phone is apparently disconnected. Someone tells me he moved 3 states away to stay with a cousin. Patricia deactivated all her social media accounts after her own sister publicly disowned her on Facebook. The best part? Patricia's father changed his will. Her siblings made sure of it. She's getting nothing. The woman who spent 6 years planning to steal my money is now cut off from her own family's money. Karma is beautiful sometimes. I'm sitting in my office at Morrison and Fletcher, looking out the window at the city below, when my phone rings. It's my lawyer. You're officially divorced as of today. Everything's finalized. Thank you. I have to ask, do you feel bad at all about what happened to them? I think about it for a minute. Do I feel bad that Alex lost his job? That his mother's family disowned her? That their plan fell apart so spectacularly? No, I say. I don't feel bad at all. They made their choices. I'm just the one who made sure there were consequences. I hang up and get back to work. I have a patent case to win, a life to live, and a Tesla that needs new tires. And I've never been happier. Make sure to click on the screen to watch another story.